Alright. Yeah. Good morning. Need to get out for the day. Oh, it's 20 minutes. 9:19. Need to get out. Alright. What should I do today? Okay, so. I guess I'm gonna move this. Because I haven't used it in the past week or in a while. I don't really use it much anymore. Oh, I know I've been using it recently. I took it out to some off-road trails around town. And I've been just driving it because I don't feel like getting out on the other stuff. And this one's always been around front. And I've had it since I moved here. I ain't selling it. Just gonna move it out here to the pole barn where it goes with the other stuff. Let's open up our pole barn. I'm gonna pull this thing inside the pole barn. Alright, I'm gonna move this thing inside the pole barn. And we need to go get a, well, first I need to pull out this other truck. So we need to wash it bad. Like, it has so much dirt on it. You need to take it and get it washed, which I got my garden hose, so I can turn it on. I think it's around the house. I don't know. I had one over by the shed and one by the house. Aha, there you are. You need to flip on our garden hose. Drag it over here. I need to give this truck a wash because it's covered in muck and dirt from around town driving. Shouldn't take too long to get back shining again though. That nice orange coat of paint shining again. It does also need a little bit of like touch up with spray paint. It's not in the perfect condition on its paint either. But I think this truck will come back shining again. And we've got the bed here, which isn't not shining right either. That nice orange paint shine back up. Look at this truck, it's real dirty, real easy though. I don't think that's clean. Needs a little bit more spraying. I ought to clean that thing up. Let me drag the dirt back over here. Roll it back up and put it right there. Alright, so I ain't gonna actually gotta go pick up a salt spreader. And I'm not gonna take this truck. I'm gonna take the 350, which I left the keys inside. Shoot. Let me get the keys. There they are. I leave the keys in the Ford inside usually. Unlock the door, climb in it, and turn the key. And we need to take this thing down to the shop because it's brand new. Need to open up our Alright, I'm sorry about my truck got stuck in some mud right there. We need to run down to the new equipment dealer because they have this is a brand new salt spreader on sale. These were really cheap. Alright, this should be our new salt spreader. I'm just gonna decide to do it with this truck. because I don't want to get salt all over on that new truck. So I'm just gonna use the old 350 to do it here.
Why does this keep happening?
Because this 350 is older.
I turn on the Xbox and it's still dying. I was never fit the whole time.
But this salt spreader is... will be a lot better on us because...
Who do you think you are? A screw man?
Oh shit, camera batteries died. Alright, sorry about that, my camera battery died. We gotta, get this salt spreader. I'm just gonna leave it attached to the truck. That's about all I'll be using it. I'll just leave it right next to the truck anyway. Oh yeah, and speaking of while I'm over here, this thing, I did some maintenance on it, but I still don't feel like driving it. Because, if you get inside of it here, yeah, it's all nice. The steering and the gas pedal's kind of stiff. Like, the steering stiff. Because what I noticed when I was moving it around here, because I was moving it around, because I had to move it back, I didn't want to start it, so I rolled it. I pulled it with the new ATV in here. I pulled it around here. And I noticed when I had my friend inside of it, or not, my friend was pulling, I was steering it. That steering was real stiff, and when I was even getting it started and driving it, it was stiff. Alright, sorry about that. Turns out I did put dead camera batteries in again. But, as I was saying, this steering is stiff. It's easy to shift it, but it's easy to shift and easy to brake. But the gas pedal was stiff when I was driving it up on the trailer, and this is stiff. So I gotta figure that out. I'm probably gonna take off the steering column and oil all that down there on the steering rack. All that down there. But I ain't gonna drive it on the road or anywhere really just yet. But after that, just kind of clean it up and polish up some of this stuff, and it'll be ready to hit the road again. It wasn't really too big of a revival. It ain't that rusted out either. It only got used heavily, like for a company for 2 years. Hauling stuff. It really never used that hauled stuff after that. It just hauled stuff for 2 years, but the cover motors and stuff until 1960 when it was sold for a very, very cheap price for almost a 2-year-old truck at that time. But keep in mind, this was a free truck. This was free. It literally had a for free sign on it. It was sitting down there by the road for free. So there's that. Anyway, I have an idea. This backyard, because the sod's about to come back next month, I want to build an area. I don't know. I need to get off some of this sod back here. I would like to build like a back porch area, because this thing don't have too big of a porch. I would like to take off the topsoil from here to here to here to here. Just take off the topsoil. It's gonna take hours without some kind of tool or something to help me. So I'm going to go, like when I built the driveway and redid the driveway and this little thing, this took me hours to do, like hours upon days to do it. If I had to sit here and just scrape and scrape and scrape and pour and pour and pour and pour and pour. It took hours. And I'm not pouring down any gravel, but in order to remove this topsoil and fill it, I'm gonna need to get something to do that with. So according to that, we're gonna take this truck on down to the shop, and they have a skid steer rental for $800 a day. and I'm gonna rent it out for $800 and use it.
I already used the garage.
Because that is a steal from what it looks like to me. Like a humongous steal. That's an $800 rent for a whole day for a skid steer. It's an older skid steer. Yeah, it comes with a bucket. It'll get the job done. That's all that matters to me. And it looks like my jack's frozen, so I gotta fix the jacks on this thing again. Shoot. Alright, so I'm currently on my way. I got the trailer jacks freed up. I was able just to oil them. They get stuck a lot. This isn't really a good trailer when it comes to jacks. So, right there's our skid steer rental. I already paid for it online. I really don't think we're gonna be able to get it up on there, but we might be able to. Jacks, they're messing up again. Those ramps are practically up off the ground. But this is gonna result in renting this thing. I could like lower the ramp down with the skid steer bucket and like pull the skid steer. No, that's bad. This is the most redneck style I'm gonna be doing. I just need to get these ramps down. I think I could get it down with the bucket. The ramp. Okay, it's not gonna make it. I don't want to try to ramp a skid steer, but they just don't pull down. Skid steer should be able to climb. It's like not wide enough for the frame of the trailer. Ah, there we go. We got it. Alright, now I'm gonna distract this thing down. We need to drive this thing back to the property. Alright. I hope I didn't damage anything. The damages can lead to extra cost. I'm gonna pull this thing off to the side of the road for a minute. And this thing's got a lawnmower engine in it too. Like, this isn't even the original engine. Like, some dude that owned it before the soldiers' shop had blown the engine up by doing too much weight on it. And he ended up just throwing a lawnmower engine in it and calling it a day. So now it's got a lawnmower engine in it instead of a skid steer engine. So it can't probably do as much weight on it, but it's enough they can remove some topsoil. It's got a little bit. I think it's a 19 horsepower Briggs & Stratton engine in it. I don't know, he just decided he wanted to throw his lawnmower engine in it, and he did, and then sold it to the shop with a lawnmower engine in his skid steer. Like, those gauges don't read right up there. Like, they're in kilometers, but it thinks it can go about 14 kilometers an hour. That's how fast the lawnmower engine can go. But it used to be able to go 20 kilometers, a lot more than what it used to be. I gotta bring the skid steer. I'm just gonna go over there and shut off that truck down there. And then because I'm gonna leave it out there. I probably shouldn't leave it out there. But I'm gonna leave it out there because, oh, that's fine. I wasn't gonna steal it. I can literally see it from the road. It's a nice bright orange truck. I'm gonna steal it. First, I'll shut it off. Put my key fob back. It won't go that far anyway. It'll shut off and it'll be useless. You can't go that far anyway. And now we're going to remove that topsoil. I'd like to turn this into like a little driveway spot here, like where I can park my cars. Is what I was gonna do that, but when I was driving, I realized I could turn this into like a little spot. Instead of parking them on the sod, I could make a little like gravel area or topsoil area. I didn't want to do this, but I left the key in it. Oh god, that steering stuff. Okay, that steering was real stiff. And this one we just fired up today. It shouldn't be a big hassle to get moved. Yeah, just put it in gear drive. I just need to move those out of the way, and I'm just gonna get the topsoil off this little area right here where the tire tracks are. And I'm gonna remove the topsoil from those wood panels up to the front of the house, about in those tire track width. Scraping off the topsoil. For this sod grip bag, I'm just gonna move the topsoil from here. I'm gonna move here, topsoil to here. Move over here. Topsoil off. Move over here. Topsoil off. Now I'm just gonna run one strip down the middle, and that should be the topsoil removed. So it came out really well, actually. I mean, in the end, that topsoil's off. I'm just gonna keep skid steer for the rest of the day under this little loft. I have to have it back tomorrow by 10 a.m. and I get up usually about 10 a.m. So I'll have it back there by about 10 a.m. tomorrow.
Oh my god. Oh crap.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and hold on. I should have it back about... I'll have it by 10 a.m. Now I can move all this stuff back on its new lot. Oh, let's do stiff. Come on. This should be able to house both of these trucks. Yeah, it'll house both of them. And then pull the big truck right there, and that should it's just a little bitty pot soil area, and the sod will eventually grow back. Like, I missed some little tiny spots. Like, it ain't gonna stay like that forever. It's just kind of not like a big thing, considering that topsoil, but it'll grow back. And then I'm just gonna put the trailer. I ain't gonna put the trailer up, because I'm gonna have to get it out tomorrow. I don't usually get it out every day, but luckily the sod's gonna come back, so I ain't gonna be driving like this on this soon. In a month or so, that sod will be back on. That just fits. With the trailer barely fitting on the dirt there. We could have probably done a little bit wider on that corner, but I think it'll be fine. This one isn't pulling anything either, nor does it even have a hitch to pull anything. Actually, I am gonna put the trailer up. I'll probably just drive the skid steer back tomorrow instead of trying to get it hauled, so I don't have to mess around with this trailer. I think I left the neighbor's gate open. No, I closed it. Okay. Is that a coin? It's a coin! Why do I keep finding these little bitty coins everywhere? Maybe that came out of my coin slot. Maybe I dropped it when I was coming out. Yeah, that's right around. I'm basically the only one that comes down that road. I'd have dropped it or it was there from years ago. But I'm gonna get this truck pulled back up here because I don't feel comfortable leaving it down there all night. Maybe for like a couple hours, but I can see it not all night when I'm asleep and it's fully vulnerable, someone can just push it away. It'd be useless to him anyway, it's a key fob. Completely useless. Got it back here. Alright. So close this gate, and then I'm gonna drive this. And now I'm gonna go inside for the day. Pretty old tired. Crank my wheel, we're gonna drive this thing back. Around the corner there. I'm gonna take it out of pulling gear. Take it out of pulling gear. And then the drive gear. Then we could just drive this thing right up here to the shed and I'll put it back later. I'll put it back later. But I'm gonna go inside for the day. I'm gonna sit down and watch TV on the couch.